Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Barakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, who teach and rule well, and salutations to all the Akim and all four corners of earth is pushing this truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. I want to get into this little article right here. It says Ukrainian Army Commander-in-Chief poses with swastika bracelet. And, if you know anything about these wars, all wars are started by bankers, man. They're all started by bankers, man, for one reason or another. To destabilize, for the one reason is to take over world domination, for one. But you can destabilize a country. You can put your military in these different countries. When these bankers start these wars and they go ahead and take them over, from World War I, World War II, to civil wars, revolution wars, any one of the wars were mostly started by bankers, man, It's a big war, is big business. So it's no difference than what's going on over in Ukraine, It's a big business, He says, and if you know anything about the swastika, that was, stuff that Esau had stolen. It was information from Elam, from the Indians. I forgot what particular group they used to, their high priests or whatever, when they would be praying to their dignities, idols, they wore these, their priests would wear their swastikas around their things. This was way before World War II, and Hitler and them stole that and put it on them. Well, that was one of the reasons, because, Hitler was into this mystical stuff and he read the things of the past. So, naturally he would try to, embody those type of things. So that's where the swastika comes from, and throughout modern history, we look at the swastika and just, we look at it and automatically just think the Nazis came up with it, But once again, this is something that Esau stole. Like everything that he does, he steals. He's a thief, Let me bring that out real fast. This is, John, well, hold on, I'm going to read some of this. This is General, Valery, the commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces, has posed a photo to Twitter, which shows him wearing a swastika bracelet. And like I said, once again, it was stolen anyways. It was that swastika was stuff that was stolen from Elam, from the Indians. They were the ones who were the first ones in history to have the swastikas and deal with that type of those type of shapes. I should say, well, they're probably known for those. I shouldn't say first, but they're known for those. He says, General Valery, Commander-in-Chief of Ukraine's armed forces, posed a photo to Twitter of himself wearing a swastika bracelet. Although Kiev dismisses accusations of Nazism within its ranks as Russian propaganda, its soldiers are often photoed wearing the symbols of the Third Reich. Esau has he has a stiffy for that Third Reich, for that German machine, even here in America, they love that German montage, that German stuff. They love it, man. Anything and everything to do with it, man. That's just showing them that separation, man. They're trying to bring back that good old boy spirit, man. That's what that is, man. Even though they try to say that the Germans were whooped and stuff, we see differently. They still keep that stuff around. They still keep the propaganda. They still keep the that ideology around. That ideology has never left, man. I say this and I say this all the time, and other brothers say it all the time too. Edomite is an Edomite, whether it's a Russian-speaking Edomite, a German-speaking Edomite, a Spanish-speaking Edomite, a French-speaking Edomite. An Edomite is an Edomite, man. Don't let the languages and the lands that they're in deter that that's an Edomite. Don't let it push back the fact that it's the Edomite. It's still an Edomite, man. It's John 8:44. Ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abided not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So once again, they'll try to come to the news and, oh no, we're not with it, but it's a lot of evidence out there that shows different, man. It's a lot of evidence that speaks different about how these different Edomite groups, they take on the Third Reich image and stuff, and they try to say that they're not part of that, they're not with that stuff, but yet you're wearing the propaganda, you're wearing the stuff, and you always get caught with it. They're always getting caught doing the salutes and always throwing up the hands, like the Germans used to do, so they're infatuated with it, man, He says, in a post, declared that Ukraine's struggle against Russia is on a scale that the world has not seen since the Second World War. It is not immediately clear which side of the struggle he was referring to. Ardonian wrist in the photo is a bracelet made up of multiple ties, at least one of them which features a swastika. The photo itself has been circulated online, and here's a bigger picture of it, which is swastikas on it, but yeah. And he says a handful of pro-Ukrainian commentators claimed that the Zakharin's bracelet actually depicted a Scandinavian pagan symbol which looked like a swastika due to digital composition of the image. Zakharin himself commented on one Facebook post insisting that that was the case, man. You see, so they try their hardest to pull themselves out of line and continuously lie and try to make it seem like it's not what it is, when it is what it is, because like I say, they have a long history of going back to that German stuff, man. That's where they get their powers from. And says Zachary is not the first Ukrainian service member accused of wearing Nazi insignia. Apart from the notorious and now destroyed Azov regiment of the Ukrainian army, which organized as a neo-Nazi militia, regularly Ukrainian service members have been seen wearing the death's head or token top, the symbol of the third SS Panzer Division, and have also dubbed swastikas on their vehicles, man. So yeah, man, they're infatuated, just like I'm saying, man. This devil, he loves that stuff, man. He tries to pull himself out of that neo-Nazi way of life and all that stuff, man. They love that stuff, man. It says Proverbs 12 and 19, the lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment, man. So we ain't gotta listen to this too much longer, man, about all this these different Edomite groups, because a lot of these different groups, they're gonna be coming here to America to put in some work anyways, man. So and they're just gearing up, man. It's white on white crime going over there in Ukraine. America's over there testing weapons. These different countries over there testing weapons, and at the end of the day, it's all it's all a boil up effect, and we know what it's boiling up for. That World War III is coming very soon, man. But at the end of the day, we know that the Ukraine is just that's just a stop, because we know where they're going to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. That's where they're going to be at, man. Ukraine is just a testing ground, so to speak. And we're just seeing white on white crime to the fullest. They keep putting these commercials on TV talking about send money to Ukraine, send money to Ukraine. Well, what about goddamn Iraq and those spots where Ishmael is, man? If they done blew up and done all sorts of wickedness to them, man, and forced their hand upon them, man. What about those spots, man? See, Esau only wants you to feel sympathy for his cause and for his plight, man. Forget the world. What else? Forget the rest of the world and what they're going through. He says, Proverbs 12 and 20, deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counsels of peace is joy, man. So evil is in these people's heart, man. They imagine evil and they go out and do the evil that they imagine, man. So this is the wicked we're speaking about, man. So of course he's gonna cling on to some wickedness from the past, man. They have the regiments lined up with SS's on their tanks and stuff like that. Like, they know what they're doing, man. This is not by coincidence, so to speak. This is Proverbs 12 and 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief, man. And so some of that mischief is just more and more lies and stuff. And I just wanted to really basically hone in on that, and how, how they're saying help Ukraine, help Ukraine. Well, what about if you help Ukraine? Don't you know that they're putting on swastikas on their stuff and all this other stuff? So just be aware of of the sides you choose in this place, man. If you're not on the Lord's side, man, and you're really in trouble. You're really in a lost in the sauce in Babylon. You know, you can just throw your head off in this place, because whichever way this place sways, you're gonna be thrown in the mix of it. You know, and I'm speaking about the 2/3 of our people, because you know they're the ones who get caught up in a lot of the BS that Babylon has spewed upon them, and they take it and run with it, man. You know, they don't try to seek the truth of the matter, or even the Lord, man. While we're out here pushing His word, man. You know, because the days are going to get evil very soon, man. You know, the days of evil is knocking at the door. The people's hearts are getting wicked and more wicked out here, man. You know, when I watch the news every now and then, I watch about these mass grave sites over in Ukraine. I don't know how true it is, you know, but I wouldn't put it past. And I do know about about a few years ago, a few years back in 94, 95, you had something called the Bosnian Croatia wars that was going on, conflicts. And I remember Vice did a nice little special, and they were showing how they were doing the organ harvesting, you know, so they was taking organs out of the soldiers that were capturing, you know. So this devil has different things and a different agenda, you know, than the regular people are some of you simples out here think, you know, because he knows what he has a short time, man, you know, so he's gonna pull out all the stops and all the tricks that he can, man, you know. So why wouldn't he go back to one of his so-called greatest rulers, which was Hitler, you know, and use some of his propaganda to stir up to help the soldiers, you know. All it is propaganda at the end of the day, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, man, and you know, because a lot of these devils think that that swastika is something that Hitler came up with, but no, it's deeper than that. And you know, and same thing is you know, they're all on the same boat. The Edomite is Edomite. With that being, you know, Edomite is Edomite. With that being said, I'll just edifying. Shalom, Makim.